beautiful thing about being on a spiritual journey is that you're never alone because we're all spiritual beings having a human experience. Thank you all so much. Welcome to my channel and I hope you enjoy. Hey tribe, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lee the Sunstar and thank you all so much. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you are returning to my channel, thank you so much for being here. This video is going to be specifically to talk about the full moon that's coming up in Aquarius. This is our second full moon in Aquarius for this year, and it is coming in on August the 22nd at 8:02 a.m. and it's going to be at 29 degrees of Aquarius, so it's also going to have some semblance of Gemini in the mix. Okay, so Aquarius is a fixed sign. And fixed signs do exactly what it is. It's stable and it helps move things forward. So whereas Capricorn is the first sign of winter that ushers winter in, Aquarius is the second sign after Capricorn, which brings in, I call it like quarters, right? So we have Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, right? Those are our winter zodiac signs. So Aquarius is that sign that gets things pushing forward, okay? So whereas Capricorn starts things because it's a cardinal sign, then you have this fixed sign of Aquarius that comes in that's like innovative, like, yeah, let's keep this thing going here, okay? So this is, with this being our second full moon in Aquarius, we actually get more time to check in, and this has been, and I don't know if everybody's been feeling this, but this has been a great time of change, not just externally but internally, feeling change, feeling progress. I know even personally for myself, this big thing that has come into my mind recently has been progress. Definitely progress happening, but progress happening with peace and ease. No drama, no, uncertainty, just progress that comes with peace and ease. So the signs that are going to benefit the most from this moon are going to be fire signs and air signs. So that would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Also Gemini, Libra, and of course Aquarius. So again, the energy of this moon is all about ushering in change and progress. So a little bit of things you might want to know about Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of the water bearer. So in Aquarius is this sign that is so social. Like the key word for an Aquarius will be networking. So Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is that planet of, I call like the big daddy planet, okay? Because Uranus is super, super big, but also Uranus is the planet of rebellion. It's that planet of like revolutionary ideas and literally a revolution. Uranus is all about authenticity, eccentric things, eccentricity, like being different, standing out from the crowd, being a humanitarian, inventions, being very innovative, science, individualism. The part of the body that Aquarius rules is your feet. So it's all about, Aquarius is all about freedom, right? It's all about your freedom needs. Like, what do you need to feel free in your life? And so that is what makes you, that's kind of like what is the thought process for Aquarius. So Aquarius also rules the 11th house, and in the 11th house it is all about our social groups, our friendships. So you might find yourself wanting to be more social. You might find yourself wanting to see more friends, more family, catch up with folks, talk to people like that you haven't talked to in a while. That's the energy around Aquarius. It is, the 11th house is all about, also the 11th house is about our dreams and our wishes. So what dreams do we have? What things do we want to see come to fruition? Our hopes. So not just all social, but definitely throw that one in there. Whatever you're passionate about, could be your soul tribe, could be your church members, any, like, you could be in a sorority or fraternity. So this is just, the 11th house is all about who you network with, your social groups, your friendships, and your wishes and your dreams. So those are the important energies around Aquarius. So one thing about this energy, when it comes to finding a balance with this energy, it's really all about some of us trying to be all things to everybody versus having real relationships. So looking at where are your real relationships in your life? Like, do you have a real relationship with your parents? Do you have a significant other? Like, again, Aquarius kind of energy makes you look at who's an associate, who's an actual friend, who's an actual partner, who's an actual, like, family member. Like, just because you're family by blood does not, mean that you're close, So Aquarius makes you kind of categorize people, kind of start putting into perspective where people fall in your life, okay? It's really a time to, like, detach from things that no longer serve you. It could be literally a person, or it could literally be a behavior. It could literally be like the past, like whatever it is that you need to detach from and let go of. This is a great time, and this is a time to definitely release. Because also, one thing that Aquariuses are known for is for being emotionally aloof, y'all. So just to be honest, Aquarius energy is not emotional. It's very logical. Again, think about it. It's an air sign. Air energy is very intellectual. It's very logical. It's not very grounded in emotions. So if you have a lot of Aquarius in your chart, you could definitely be very emotionally aloof. And people can't blame you for that, because it's truly how it works, right? The next thing I want to talk about is a little bit for the people who actually watch my channel and who actually perform full moon rituals, okay? So I want to talk about some things that you can use during your full moon rituals, either if you burn candles, if you do baths. Either way, here's some herbs and some crystals and some oils that are really good for doing your full moon rituals. So some herbs and oils that you can use would be lavender, lemongrass, patchouli, peppermint. Those can be used, either the herbs or the essential oils. And then just herbs, you have sage, parsley, marjoram, and acacia. I think I'm saying that right, y'all. Don't judge me if I'm not. Acacia. So those are good herbs that you can use. Again, if you're going to do a ritual bath and you don't want to clog up your drain, definitely, if you use herbs, boil your herbs first and then pour the liquid version, strain it, pour the liquid version over into your bath. Some crystals that are good. Some of these cannot be submerged, so keep that in mind. Definitely do research before you use crystals. Turquoise, azurite, opal, sapphire, obsidian, rhodochrosite, and modavite. Now, guys, modavite is a really strong crystal. If you use modavite, you probably don't have to use any of these other crystals. Modavite is super duper strong. I would also not submerge modavite. You probably can, but I wouldn't. Modavite is the stone, I call it the alien stone. It's like from out of this world. The energy is super strong. So definitely, if you're using modavite, you might need to use a grounding energy as well, like obsidian, to kind of counteract some of the energy of a modavite stone. So I just want to put that out there for those of you all who may be new to crystals and stones. But those are all a good list of herbs and essential oils, or either herbs and crystals that you can use to accentuate the Aquarius energy. Also, want to put out there some questions you might want to ask yourself during this time. Like, for example, are you allowing yourself to move forward? Like, are you allowing yourself to move forward? Are you holding yourself back? Are you blocking yourself? Have you been trying too hard to fit in with people, befriend people, for the wrong reasons? Like, do you actually still care about what people think about you? And do you care about what people think about you a little bit too much? Have you been kind of rebelling? Like, have you been trying to like do things your way for the sake of it? Or have you at least been considering like some type of guidance? Or you just on your own path, you don't ask questions, you just doing your own thing? Another thing, another question you might want to ask, like even in a journal, is, have you been living too much in your head and not enough in your heart? Again, keep in mind, Aquarius is a very aloof energy. So you do have to check in and think, okay, am I being a little bit too logical? Am I not checking in with my emotions? Really, really important during this moon. Because if you are being too logical, check in with your emotions. If you're being too emotional, check in with your logic, okay? And something else, I think, another question you can ask yourself, are you being like too pragmatic? Like, are you being like too to the T on things? Have you, which could cause you to lose some of your luster, some of your love, some of your passion for life, So you being a little bit too, I gotta do things this way. I gotta go through this step before I can get through this step. Says who? Says what? So that's the kind of stuff you want to ask yourself, because again, either you need to rebel against these structures that you put in there for yourself. Because again, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, but a lesser ruling planet for Aquarius is also Saturn. So keep that in mind. Saturn and Uranus. Aquarius is mostly ruled by Uranus. However, there is some Saturn energy in there. Saturn energy can be, it's like a yin and a yang, Saturn energy is restrictive. Uranus energy is wide open, freedom having, See, Aquarius is all about finding a balance in between both. It's nothing wrong with having structure. You just don't want to have too much structure. You want to kind of give yourself a little bit of leeway when it comes to things, okay? The last thing I want to mention is the actual houses for this moon. So the actual houses for this moon, it typically, when I talk about the houses, we are looking at rising signs. If you do not know your rising sign, you can definitely go by your sun sign, but I'm definitely going to give this to everybody based off of their rising sign. But I will say Gemini sun or rising, for example, okay? So for this full moon in Aquarius, Aries sun or Aries rising, I definitely encourage the rising sign again. Aries sun or rising, this will be in your 11th house. Taurus sun or rising, this is going to be in your 10th house. Gemini sun or rising is going to be this moon is going to be in your 9th house. Cancer sun or Cancer rising, this moon is going to be in your 8th house. Leo or Leo sun or Leo rising, this moon is going to be in your 7th house. Virgo sun or Virgo rising, this moon is going to be in your 6th house. Libra sun or Libra rising, this moon is going to be in your 5th house. Scorpio sun or Scorpio rising, this moon is going to be in your 4th house. Sagittarius sun or Sagittarius rising, this moon is going to be in your 3rd house. Capricorn sun or Capricorn rising, this moon is going to be in your 2nd house. Aquarius sun or Aquarius rising, this moon is going to be in your 1st house, of course. And then Pisces sun or Pisces rising, this moon is going to be in your 12th house. So this is going to be an interesting moon. I am going to do a follow-up video where I'm going to pull some cards for you all. And we're going to take a look at what this means in the actual, for the actual rising signs and the actual houses. I'm definitely going to pull some cards for that. But this was just a sweet little intro to let you all know what to expect from this moon. Definitely leaning into change. A lot of you all may come into the energy of things being kind of abrupt, things being unplanned, and change and transition happening right away. And that's okay. It is literally the moon of adaptation. How do you need to adapt? Where do you need to adapt? And we're going to go into the next video and we're going to talk about how that works and where you're going to see this change coming in based off of your rising sign and what you're going to be focusing on for, or what you should, I'm not going to say what you're going to be focusing on, but what you should be focusing on for this full moon and where this full moon may hit you at the most, okay? Which would go by your house that I just spoke of. All right, everyone. Thank you so much, tribe. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please tune in to the next video to learn more about how you can best use this energy based off of your zodiac house and your rising sign and get messages from spirit concerning this moon. I hope to see you all back soon. Thank you all so much. Bye. Peace and blessings. Thank you so much for watching. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.